see how dirty it is. There we go. We're here today in Sheffield train station. We've just come to have a look at some of the cleaning challenges which they're faced with. So we're on one of the platforms, and this is one of the very busy waiting rooms. So if we have a look at this floor here, this particular floor is a textured, like non-slip floor. And underneath the seating areas, dirt is starting to build up, around the legs. Some of the bigger equipment is not able to access these areas, so the floor's just mopped on a daily basis. And the issue with mopping is that the floor's left wet and there's dirt left inside the water. And as the water evaporates, there's a thin film of dirt which then dries and sticks to the floor. Over time, this film of dirt just builds up more and more. After 2 months, 6 months, the floor then becomes very dirty. That's when they would then have to come and deep clean this floor, which is quite a big job. They need a deep cleaning team to bring big equipment in. It's very costly. In between that time, the floor is starting to look really dirty, which is not good for the visitors coming through the train station. So we're going to see how DRYFT can clean these areas and help this train station. Just a quick talk through on the machine. We've got the battery on the back here, which just clicks in. So we've got a 1 hour runtime battery on here. We've filled the machine up with some fresh liquid. You can fill up under any tap. We've got the power button here. 2 modes. Because this is a very textured floor and you've got the grout lines, we'd recommend using the rough floor mode. Smooth floors is for very, very flat, like vinyl floors. So what we're going to do is we're going to give the machine a go. We're going to go underneath this bench here and watch how it gets underneath, around the legs. Let's see how it performs. An advantage with DRYFT is that you can really angle the upper body as low as 35 degrees. So this allows you to go really far underneath the seating, further than any other machine on the market. And as this floor's built up quite a lot of dirt, we're just going to move the machine nice and slow. You can already see how well it's cleaning under there. But once we've cleaned this with DRYFT and it's up to a very high standard, we can then use the machine very quickly to maintain it on a daily basis. So just initially, we're going to go a bit slower. Just give the machine time to work. You can see the machine's releasing clean water out of the front. And an advantage with DRYFT is that you've got 4,200 RPM. So that's scrubbing the floor 70 times per second, which is extremely powerful. We can go right around that chair leg there, like so. We're going to go again just in front of the seat. Okay, so we'll just take a look at that. So if we have a close look at this now, you'll see that the machine's done an amazing job. It's managed to get very far underneath this chair. The result of the floor, we're getting back up to like new. I've had to go a little bit slower the first time just to give it some time to actually scrub the floor and get all the dirt off, because this has probably not been deep cleaned for about 6 months. If you imagine, if this is now at this level of hygiene, if we now come in every day with this machine, I'm going to show you how fast it is. So on a daily basis, you would clean like this. Extremely fast. And if we take the tank off, we can see the colour of the liquid in here. I'll actually pour this on the floor just so that you can see how dirty it is. There we go. We've used just water, no chemical. And the reason we can use just water is because of the power of the scrubbing head. You know, we've got 4,200 RPM oscillation, which is extremely powerful scrubbing. No chemical needed if you're just cleaning general dirt. We'd only recommend chemical if you're picking up grease in a kitchen or descaler within a bathroom. For general dirt, you only need just water. The other reason the machine performs so well is we have a very unique scrubbing pad material. So these little fibers are able to get into the texture and into the grout. It's a completely unique material, and as you can see, the cleaning results are incredible. So we'll just suck up this liquid now. If you had any spillages in the station, spill response, you can pick them up as quickly as that. So we'll go into these corners now with the machine, just so you can see the machine's ability to clean corners. So we can go right under here, right into the corners, along the edges. I'm going to just step over this way. You can scrub right around any type of poles or obstacles like this. So DRYFT has a patented curved head shape with chamfered edges, which is why it is able to scrub and dry deep into corners. Obviously, you can't scrub into corners if you've got a machine with a round brush. The circle can't go into 90 degrees. And obviously, if you're missing areas with another piece of equipment, you're then going to have to come back and mop these areas, which is very time consuming. The key feature of DRYFT is that you can clean pretty much 100% of the floor area with this machine. No need to mop. You can go right down here. You can safely say there's no other machine on the market which can go down there. Yes, DRYFT will do all the difficult areas, the edges, the corners, but it's not just for the difficult areas. DRYFT will also do the open areas, and it does it extremely fast when you use the S-Motion. The first time you'd use DRYFT, you may go a little bit slower with the machine, because as you saw earlier, we're just trying to give it time to get it up to standard and deep clean the floor. Once you've got it up to standard like that, if you're using DRYFT every day, then you can move really quick, because you've got 4,200 RPM scrubbing and the powerful suction sucking up all the dirt, leaving the floor completely dry. So I'll show you how fast we can clean this size area with S-Motion. We would go around and do your edges first. Within the cleaning industry, labor is approximately 80% of costs. So the faster you can clean the floor, obviously the bigger saving it's going to be for your business. You can either allocate your teams to other cleaning tasks, reduce your labor costs. DRYFT is really going to allow you to clean much faster.
DRYFT from now.